As he evolves, you see 3 in Banshee Mines, 2 in Aftershock, 1 in Vortex, 3 Lightning Strike. So a very, very solid all-around build. Low on health, though. It's going to be tough to pull back from this, especially as the Hunters are right on him. No armor, great weak spots from Laz. And let's see some of those MLG weak spots from Laz. It's a great view to do that here in Observer mode. Here on the Broken Hill Foundry, one of the 2 new maps shown off for the first time yesterday on the Turtle Rock stream. We're going to be bringing you at least one more game of Evolve with Observer mode, and we would switch back to the Broken Hill Mine map. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Observer mode. It's quite the tool for showing off the game. I'm very excited to get it in your hands. We all are. We've been taking in feedback from multiple sources. As I mentioned before, if you have any constructive feedback on Observer mode, from the casual caster to the most hardcore observer of MLG style Evolve, this is for you. And we want you to be stoked on the end result. So send that feedback, constructive feedback regarding Observer mode to Evolve Livestream at 2K.com. And I will be checking those emails out. And if it's something we can do, and it's something that everybody is excited and stoked about, there's a good chance we could get it in there. Great view of Daisy coming in for the clutch revive on Lazarus. Nicely done, and the Hunters win. Good game. And we're back on me. Thank you, Tom. Tom, so we actually want to show this. This? Okay, cool. Awesome. So this is that post-match screen that we've seen the last couple of games. So we see the full lineup here. We see the peaks and valleys of their health, where they were in-capped, and then the different stages of the monster, first contact, and then finally the death of the monster. On the monster stats, we see damage done, sneak attacks, hunters incapacitated, and hunters killed. Successful domes, missed domes, heals, and damage on the hunter side. Yeah, guys, definitely, if you have any questions on Observer mode that you're not seeing here in Observer today, put them in the form of a suggestion and send those our way. Evolve Livestream at 2K.com. All right, so I'm going to back us out again here, and we're going to set up a new game. And we're going to do this in Broken Hill Mine. All right, so once again, in Observer, the tool, I have that as an option in a custom game as a 6-character slot. So I can just go ahead and select that Observer slot. The rest of the team picks their classes, monster or hunters, that they're going to play, and then they jump in and they do character selects. Once they've selected their characters, we jump right into the game. Observer mode will be free for everyone. Observer mode will be coming to you absolutely free. This is Hunt in Broken Hill Mine with the Observer functionality tool. I'm DB Sinclair, and on behalf of 2K and Turtle Rock Studios, I thank you so much for hanging out in the stream, in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Friday afternoon, Saturday morning for some of you, as we march towards spring. This is going to be Broken Hill Mine, Hunt, Markov, Maggie, Bucket, Val, and the Kraken. We've got a tutorial. Apparently one of these guys is very new to the game. So we'll be back in just a moment. Very excited to be showing this off to you guys finally. Something that we've been working on for a bit, trying to get to a place where we know that you will be stoked on its functionality, and that's what we're showing off today. Also, the new maps, very exciting to show off those as well. Observer mode now starting in favor of the hunters, as the monster is at a disadvantage at stage 1 with no armor. As you see him armor up before the hunters drop in on the dropship, you will see that as it looks like this is the first time ever Kraken player, potentially, or monster player, or maybe just his second time ever on this map. Could be that. As he moves along here, finally getting his bearings, figuring out where he wants to go. As you see him move in and start to feed on this wildlife, the survival odds are going to go more in a 50-50 favor there. Here is a broken part, and that is right there. So you asked to show the mini-map for some of the broken areas there. So mini-map of where he just broke through is right this little section here, if you see the mouse cursor. Survival odds now in favor of the monster, as he is armored up fully, full health, full armor, and just a sliver of health loss from Markov. Can we get a heal on Markov? The hunter's not cooperating with me. I wanted to see if they got a heal on Markov. Instead, it dips. It looks like it dipped when he took that health loss. So I think it's very, very tight to the damage on the hunters and how this sways in the favor of the monster potentially. Because as he sits with full armor and full health and the hunters take damage, you see that survival odds switch. Maggie back in the corner here, but here come the heals, here come the damage. As you can see, we have the hunter outlines on. If we hide the HUD, we'll be able to see them there. So this is a good bird's eye view again from the monster. Kraken's going to be really good because he's going to be up in the air. So you're going to be able to see a lot of the battlefield. You're going to be able to see him land those clutch vortex blasts and lightning strikes. Right now, though, he's just trying to survive and not lose all that armor and get melted before. This team very strong when they find the monster with no armor. They tend to melt that health very quickly. But he's doing a pretty great job of keeping his armor up. Oh, that's a nice move by the monster. Monster on the move. So that's a good dome for the monster. It gets out of there with full health. Here's another breakable spot. I'm assuming he's going to go through there. So you're seeing that on the mini-map. So a couple breakable spots right there in close proximity to each other. So very cool breakable stuff on the mine here. Stalactites and stalagmites throughout the cave. and your typical Evolve door there as well. Again, Daisy Cam, I feel like, is going to be the most popular camera in the game. And then, of course, the rest of the hunters as well. Bucket, can you use your UAV? So check this out. This is observer mode from Bucket. We actually, he can't fly very well, but if he was good at using the UAV, you would see the UAV flying around. So very cool feature for Bucket specifically in Observer Tool is you will be able to follow his UAV around in that third-person perspective. They do have a dome here on the monster. Once again, great mini-map option here for seeing where the dome is, if the monster is in or not. You can get a jump on all of this in your casting or your analysis of the game that you're watching. I do like to keep from the on this medic view, as I mentioned before, as the medic is normally back here in this sniper role or long-range healing role, as you can see Ben doing a great job of here. And then, of course, Daisy howling, and the icon here shows that Daisy knows exactly where the monster is. You're going to see that there as well. Line of sight, as I mentioned, so crucial to Evolve. And as you can see, these teammates going out of line of sight of the medic, you can see that very well from the medic's point of view here. You also see reviving, as you saw there, as Daisy, I believe, was being revived, or was reviving, I believe, the Trapper. You're going to see that there. You're going to see when somebody's being revived or when someone is reviving a teammate. And then the monster view, of course, from up high is awesome, especially from the Kraken here, as I mentioned before. You get such an awesome bird's eye view, such a cool bird's eye view. So we have the mini map we can toggle on and off, as we mentioned before. We can hide the outline of the players. We can put a red outline on the players. You can see the distance, the separation. You can see that on the mini map as well. And of course, survival odds in the bottom left-hand corner now highly in favor of the hunters, as the monster's health is dropped so low and no armor. And as mentioned before, you can turn it all off for this brilliant cinematic view, as I've been calling it, which is just such a cool way to watch the game, watch the fights, watch the potential humans into plants. You can see the humans catching up here. You still have that outline because I have that outline on. And then if we turn it all back on, we can see what the monster picked up there. Picked up a buff from the elite wildlife, and that is the increased movement speed buff, 35% there. You see the buff and the timer. Down here on the Trapper, we see the Trapper's down and is being revived. Bucket coming in there. Medic using the Healy beam, as he calls it, to bring up the team there. And here again, we see the separation on the mini-map. So as we can see here on the hunters, Maggie and Daisy, as I mentioned before, you can see the strikes, the little white box here at the end of the health bar. That's that permanent health loss to the team, to that specific hunter. And then the monster has its buff timer, armor, health, energy, the stage it's at, and then Daisy, of course, with her icon. This show all button is what I need to press to show all. So that's why it's showing here. I believe what you're asking for is just a completely clean HUD without that as well. I believe the reason for that and the reason for this showing here is so that I, as the user, know exactly where to click to bring back up the HUD. But I believe if that's your suggestion, it is a good suggestion potentially if you're trying to get like a full cinematic, no HUD recreation of the game that you were just watching. But in this case, yeah, this is going to be here, this show all button, so I know where the menu is and I know how to get back here. But if you have a suggestion like that, please do send it to evolvelivestream@2k.com. Please make it constructive, and we'll take a look at it. And if it's something that benefits everyone and is doable, we will definitely try and do it. So the team doing great work on the Kraken. You can see the Kraken's health just melting here. Monster slowed, so that's also another cool feature of the observer functionality, is that the monster is slowed by Val's Trank, and it shows up on the bar there. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is observer functionality in Evolve. Here is that final post-round screen with the peaks and valleys of the health of the hunters and the monsters. The monster stats: damage done, sneak attacks, hunters incapacitated, hunter kills. And the hunter stats: damage done, healing, successful domes, missed domes. And that was Broken Hill Mine and Broken Hill Foundry. The two new maps, those two new maps, Broken Hill Mine and Broken Hill Foundry, will be free for everybody. The observer functionality will be free for everybody. And all of that will be coming to you very soon. Just stay tuned, stay patient with us, and we will be bringing you all of that cool stuff to your Evolve experience. Thank you so much for watching the stream, you guys. We really do appreciate you hanging out with us on Fridays. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody here. Thanks for playing. Tom, thanks for manning the station over there. And to everybody watching and in the chat, on behalf of 2K and Turtle Rock Studios, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.